What's cracking, y'all? It's your boy Ray G, joined as always by my man Jay Rich. He is back from his little vacation, here to talk some NBA prop plays over on Prizepicks for this Friday, December 30th NBA slate. I think we got 9 games on the docket tonight. If you're new to the channel, we don't make you pay for picks. We walk you through our process. We're going to talk through a couple of plays, some things that we're looking at. We'll give our official picks, one from me, one from Jay, for a 2-pick power play. All that we ask is you hit the thumbs up button on your way out of the building. Comment below. Let us know what you're rocking with tonight. Before we get into the plays, quick recap of what we talked about the day before yesterday. I did not do a video yesterday, but the day before, it was a clean sweep. Both of the plays that we discussed did hit. Jordan Clarkson went over his 2.5 free throws. He had 3. And Jalen Duren has been on a tear. Prizepicks continues to keep his line, his points and rebounds at 20. He went over that damn near on rebounds alone. So it was a good night if you took those plays. Got a couple we're going to talk through tonight. We'll give our official plays, so let's get into it right after the intro.
For all the high-flying action, take a step back and relax. It's time to count that money, the NBA props. No look any further. You know what time it is. Presented by Prizepicks, NBA props. Let's
count that money, man. All right, Jay, so I want to start off looking at the lineups, right? Because we got a lot of players in and out tonight, and I'm looking at this Milwaukee-Minnesota game. No Drew Holiday, no Chris Middleton. So I'm hoping we get point Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I'm looking at his assist right now on the books. Giannis's assist at 6.5, juiced heavily to the over right now. We're seeing anywhere on MGM, -140, -140 on DK. These are the plays that you want to attack on Prizepicks, right? We don't want any plus money plays. You want plays where the money is flowing heavily in one direction or not, because we get no value with plus money plays. I'm really looking at this versus Minnesota tonight. Here's some interesting data on Giannis, Jay. He's got a 41.2%, 41.2 usage rate and a 47.4 assist percentage without Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday on the court. Last game, Giannis had 27 potential assists. Unfortunately, a lot of players just weren't knocking down shots. He ended with 7 assists. But if he ends with 7 assists tonight, that's really, really good for us. In our model, I guess we don't have it pulled up right now, but let's look at what the Minnesota Timberwolves, and Giannis is a power forward, what do they allow at the assist position? So pretty good. I mean, that's kind of what it is. Minnesota right here, 3.67 assists per game to the power forward position. But again, point Giannis, 41.2% usage rate is insane, and damn near 50% assist percentage for Giannis. He's getting about 10.1 assists per 100 possessions. Looks good in the model. I like the matchup. The fact that Drew's out, the fact that Middleton is out. You got Pat Connaughton, Grayson Allen in the starting lineup. Maybe a lot of opportunities for them to knock down some threes. Minnesota, they're allowing the 2nd most three-point attempts in the NBA and the 7th most assists overall in the NBA. So when you're looking at the data, what the book lines are saying, I think this is a very, very good play for Giannis. And I wouldn't even be shocked if by the time we tip off, gets bumped up to 7 on Prizepicks. And just taking a look at one of the tools I use, the optimizer over at Daily Grind Fantasy, you see that Giannis assists right there at the top with a 54.95% chance to hit the over. I'm rolling with Giannis more than 6.5 assists tonight.
Yeah, Ray, I like it a lot. You know, it's funny because you talk about Giannis and his 35.5 point over under. His rebound total, I believe, is up over 12.5. His triple double, Ray, isn't even plus 200. So you think about the range of outcomes for Giannis in this game. I'm definitely with you. I think he can do it again. I think he's in a great spot. And so for me, I'm definitely riding with you on this one. Again,
he had 11. He had 11 versus Minnesota last time they played. He had 11.
There you go, right? That tells you everything you need to know. Had 11 last game. Great matchup. Tons of usage. Minnesota plays super fast and do allow a lot of threes. So I'm definitely riding with you here. My play of the day, though, I'm going to a player I've gone to a couple times, sometimes with success, sometimes without, but I'm going with Lauri Markkanen today. Lauri Markkanen's in a great matchup tonight up against Sacramento. We know Sacramento likes to play very fast. They shoot a ton of threes. They're number 4 in pace in the NBA. Lauri's over-under is 23.5. 27th best matchup for opposing small forwards, and the 6th best matchup for opposing power forwards. So whether you want to assume he's a power forward or a small forward, both matchups are really good for Lauri Markkanen. You could take the points and assists if you want. Both those numbers look good, but you see he's hitting 4 of his last 5. He's been doing really great so far, scoring a lot. The field goals as well are up. His attempts over the last 5 games, 12, 20, 14, 18, and 22. So taking much more shots than he has in the past. Again, 3-point percentage allowed 25th in the NBA, and field goal percentage allowed third worst in the NBA. So
Yep.
they do allow a lot of points. They allow a high percentage, and Lauri can take advantage. And with his added attempts over the past few games, I expect him to go over again. On top of that, like you see on Props Like Cash, 27th in power forward defense. So a lot of things looking good for Lauri tonight. I think he does go over the 23.5 and continue the tear he's been on over the past few games.
Yeah, and the pace of play fourth, so there should be a lot of opportunities for scoring. I love this one. And it's minus 125, minus 130 on the books, so it is a solid play, Jay. I think those are our two cores. Lauri Markkanen over 23.5, Giannis over 6.5 assists. But let's just talk a couple of other players that we're looking at. These are not core plays. We may play them privately, but just I want to talk about Jalen Duren and his points and rebounds, Jay. It's a play that I went to last game, and they still have it set at 20.5. On Prizepicks, the books have it at 19.5. You look at the pace of play for Chicago, 10th, so it's a lot of up and down. And you let me know that Giannis absolutely killed them on the boards and scoring points. Jalen Duren is listed as a center, so if you look at power forward defense against Chicago over the last 7 games, Jay, take a look at this. They're second in the NBA, giving up, allowing 27.4 points to the power forward position over the last 7 games, and number 1 in the NBA at allowing rebounds to the power forward position. So Jalen Duren's listed as a center. So if we switch this and we look at the center, it makes it a little more difficult for him to get there if you're looking at that. But just in general, bigs have been at feasting against Chicago. So Jalen Duren is another one I'm just throwing out there. Not a core play, nothing like that. We're not gonna count that for the record, but I do like it, even if the number's a little bit higher than the book line. And because of that, that's why I'm not recommending it as a core play, because it is not, heavily juiced to the over on sports books. But I do like Jalen Duren tonight as points and rebounds.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. He's been hitting it often. He's been very high usage player. He's been going after the boards. He's been scoring, which we didn't necessarily expect from a player on Detroit, because scoring is a little sporadic. It's a little bit hard to come by, but they are dealing with some suspensions, right? Killian Hayes is suspended. I believe Hamidou Diallo is also going to be suspended for this game, potentially on whenever he decides to take his suspensions. People who are looking at Orlando, because we were talking about Orlando a little bit off air, they're dealing with a ton of suspensions. Mo Bamba's out. Mo Wagner's out.
Yes.
Wendell Carter's out. So, you were looking at Bol potentially.
I was.
It's one of those things. There should be a lot of minutes for Orlando. It should be a short rotation. So if you do like those overs, I don't hate it. But Ray, I do want to talk about CJ McCollum's turnovers, because they are one of the highest plays in the model. The only reason why I'm not taking it is because for some reason the bookmakers don't have it as an over. They have it actually projected as an under, minus 125 to the under at 2.5. But as you can see, he's had 4 turnovers in each of his last 4 games, hit in all the last 5 games. The Philadelphia 76ers turned the shooting guard over the most in the NBA, 3.5 times per game, and Tyrese Maxey should be back tonight. I believe I saw that earlier. So if he's back, that's another player who can have active hands and is very quick. So I think there's a pretty good opportunity. Now, there's only lines at this for DK and MGM, and they are both juiced to the under, but I think this is kind of mispriced, and Prizepicks does have it at 2.5 as well. If they gave it to us at 2, holy hell, I am all in, but it's going to be 2.5. It's not going to move, but I do think it is a pretty good spot. It was one of the highest edges in the model, but like you mentioned, we don't like to take these plus money picks because we are losing money on Prizepicks. We are giving up expected value, so I don't like to recommend them too often, but it is one that you look at all the data behind it, it does look pretty good. We have them projected for right around 3.3 in the 100 possession, and then 3.7 in the last 5, so an aggregate of right around 3.5. I think it's in a pretty good spot. As you can see, Giannis is a certain, it's a little bit skewed because it's not factoring Drew Holiday and Middleton being out, right? So there is that factor there. That's why it's not a huge over, and you see a slight edge to Lauri as well. I think they all look pretty good. I think they're in good spots, and I like your Durant play as well.
Bol. I want to go with Bol. I mean, everybody. Look at Orlando. No Mo Bamba, no Wendell Carter, no Suggs, no Wagner. Like, Bol should have a good night. I'm not going to recommend it. But I do like Bol's fantasy score tonight. We'll see how it plays out. But the 2 recommended core plays: Giannis more than 6.5 assists, and Lauri Markkanen over 23.5 points. Just wanted to talk through a couple of other plays because Jay, we are looking at them and we probably are going to play them. But as always, take what you like, leave what you don't. Just hit that thumbs up button on your way out of the building. If you tail, give Prizepicks hell. And if we failed on bail, we'll be back tomorrow with more NBA plays. Good luck. Good night. Enjoy. We out. Peace.